Hey everybody, Josh here. Welcome back to my coverage of the pre-release of Blue Archive. Hey, before we continue, make sure that you guys are subscribed. You guys hit the like bell. Like bell? Hit the like bell comment button. Huh? Yeah, do that so we can control the YouTube algorithm together. You know what I mean? Hey, in this harsh world, it's together. You know, we're working together. It's you and me. This is us. Anyways, today we're going to be going back to a video posted on the Blue Archive YouTube page a couple weeks ago. So we're going back to this video just because we're at the brink of the actual global release of Blue Archive. And hopefully they've adopted some of the much needed changes or desired changes from the community over from the, I believe it's the Japan servers that was released earlier this year. So hey, let's not dilly-dally. Let's get straight into the interview and some of the questions. Here we go.
안녕하세요. 넥슨 홍보실 조문입니다. 너무나 많은 분들이 기다리고 계시는 기대작이죠. 블루 아카이브. 블루 아카이브에 대해서 얘기 나눠보는 많이 했습니다.
Did he say here's the otaku?
다음 질문 드리도록 하겠습니다.
I guess that's if everything goes smoothly, you know what I mean? Because they could always release it maybe a day or two early, or they could even push it back maybe like, you know, 15th, 16th, maybe even 18th.
지금 저희 개발팀에서도 항상 한국 유저분들이나 커뮤니티가 있잖아요. 그리고 글로벌 유저분들의 커뮤니티에서
Interesting. And apart from the anticipation,
기대하시는 부분들
we're full aware about the areas of concerns expressed by users. Interesting. So, I think this is an amazing stopping point because we do want to talk about some of the, I guess, allegations against the Asia releases. And when it comes to Nexon, I'm not here to sugarcoat much, but I also don't necessarily want to just berate them. Nexon has had some pretty not so great practices, but I'm glad to hear that Kim is directly saying that they actually are hearing. Dude, are you kidding me? Like, okay, so if you guys don't know, and I'm talking to you guys right now, I live next to an airport. It's pretty bad. It's airplanes 24/7. It's helicopters. Oh, also there's a freaking train track like a couple miles out, and you know trains are loud. They're loud, and then when they go choo choo, I'm like, okay, I don't need to hear that. Like, I just want to sleep. You know what I mean? Anyways, that was a big detour. When it comes to now, this global release really is a time for Nexon to kind of rectify a lot of the practices and a lot of the implementation and execution of what they want to do for Blue Archive. But as of right now, it seems that they've adjusted some of the gacha rates. I believe they have also adjusted back some of the reward systems as well. So we kind of just have to pray to see. Maybe they mention it later on in the interview. But it's good to hear that Nexon and their development team is really listening to the community, although they can't necessarily execute on every little thing that we ask for. It's important that there actually is a network of communication. Okay, talking about your good experiences with Nexon, dude, that was like early MapleStory when we were dumb kids and we didn't understand the concept of money. Okay? understanding regarding the player's perspective and their preparation to stay true to the core of the game.
저희는 오히려 좀 깜짝 놀라면서 작업을 하고 있는 부분들이 많습니다.
Oh. Honestly, I genuinely like that answer, and I understand that, you know, they're partners, or they're collaborative partners. I believe it's Nat, and then obviously Yostar, who created the game. When it comes to those three companies kind of coming together and you know, working out ideas, and then you know, Kim also mentioning trying to get and understand the core player base and the various types of players, and really try to cater towards us, I think is really important. Of course, when they mean us, they also mean the giga whales, you know? They definitely will create some incentives and, you know, certain aspects of the game that will pander and that will highly suggest us to, you know, spend some money, which, I mean, again, this is a company, it's a business, they're trying to make money. From their perspective, it obviously makes sense. So when it comes to Blue Archive Global, realistically, looking at the player base, it's going to be majority small spenders and free-to-plays. So let's hope that Nexon really takes this into account, because I know some other, you know, maybe some other companies don't necessarily care. Yeah. The visuals are the most important part. Yeah, no, I have to agree with you there, man. Because when it comes to Blue Archive, of course, the chibi 3D art is very cute. But let's be real, we're here to see the 2D PNG waifus.
좀 땡겨서 가져올 수 있도록도 계획을 하고 있습니다.
Oh, that's so important. Let's go. Okay, so we're planning on bringing forward the timeline for certain contents as well. So basically, we're getting a faster timetable than the Japan server, which is spectacular. And I think when it comes to, you know, recognizing changes that need to be done, in particular in this instance, the pace of content in the game, they already have content a couple months, a year out already. And I think a lot of, you know, Yostar games have been very, very well paced so far. In particular, I'm looking at Arknights. And I think their global release, kind of like how Blue Archive is going to be, their content is going to be sped up slightly, such that there's going to be a point where we're going to be able to possibly match the Japanese server, which is spectacular. I think this is one of, if not the best news that Kim has dropped so far. So when it comes to the global release of Blue Archive, and I think that's pretty much the end of the video, at the end of the day, let's hope that, you know, the preceding public opinion about Nexon doesn't necessarily carry over to the global release of Blue Archive. Again, they've had an ample amount of community feedback, and they've had ample amount of time to kind of rectify a lot of things, particularly with the Japanese server side, such that the global release should relatively be smooth. And my hope is just that some of the practices stay consistent. But with that being said, I'm super excited about the global release of Blue Archive. Kim had some really great answers, and hopefully those answers about our concerns really carry over and, you know, get executed into the actual Korean and global release of Blue Archive. That being said, I said with that being said like 3 times already. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the React video, please drop a like, comment down below what you guys are excited about for the global release of Blue Archive. Also, make sure to subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and we'll see you next time. I believe I'm going to be talking about tier lists, maybe? Probably I'll talk about characters. Yeah, let's talk about characters next time. We'll see you guys then. Hey, Josh out.